Imagine this. What if you could buy a stock today and 20 years from now, that same stock is still paying you dividends every single year without you needing to sell it? In today's video, I want to share with you top 6 Nigeria's dividend paying stock that I personally believe that they will be standing strong 20 years from now. Before we go deeper, let me first of all explain briefly what dividends mean. A dividend is simply a company sharing a part of their profit with you, the shareholder. Unlike other stocks that only pays you when the price of stock goes up, dividend paying stock still pay you even though the price of stock is not going up. But as long as they make profit that very year, they will give you your dividends. As far as I'm concerned, that's a tangible way to actually build wealth. Of course, not all dividend paying stocks are created equal, and not all of them are worth trusting for 2 decades. Some company pay you 1 year and then skip 2 years and then pay you again. Some even cut off dividends entirely when they go and get stuff. That's why I look for consistency. I always look out for companies that have paid a couple of years in a row. So before I choose stocks, I usually ask myself, has this company been paying dividends for a couple of years? Is it profitable? I also ask myself, is this company in a sector that will be relevant in 20 years' time? A sector that will be relevant in Nigeria for the next 20 years? These are the questions I ask myself before I put my trust in any company at all. The first stock I trust for a long term is Zenith Bank. When it comes to Nigeria banks, Zenith Bank has proven itself as a consistent dividend payer, paying year after year. Zenith Bank have reputation for profitability. They are very stable, and people will always need banks for loans, payments, and other financial services. And banking sector is not going away anytime soon in Nigeria. That gives me confidence that Zenith Bank will continue to reward its shareholders. The second one is Guaranty Trust Bank. We all know that GT Bank is a solid dividend paying stock, and with other financial services under its umbrella, I believe that it's positioning itself to stay strong for more years to come. I like their profitability, their innovation, and I like the fact that they have been a consistent dividend payers. Now let's move away from banking stock. Another company I trust is Nestle Nigeria. Think about it. In 20 years, will Nigeria stop drinking Milo, eating Maggi, or consuming Nestle products? Highly unlikely. Food and beverages has been everyday essential, and that's why Nestle has been able to grow over a couple of years. They have also rewarded the shareholders steadily for the past few years, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. Number 4 is Total Energies. Total Energies is another dividend paying giant. They have shown commitment in paying shareholders. And in 2024, they declared a dividend of 40 naira per share, up from 25 naira they paid in the previous year. Number 5 is BUA Food. They have been rewarding their shareholders with strong and growing dividends for the past few years. Like, for instance, in 2024, they declared a dividend of 13 naira per share, which is a big jump from what they paid previously, 5 naira 50 kobo. So let's assume you invested 100,000 naira in BUA Food when the share price was 418 naira. So you should get about, let's say, 239 shares. Okay, that 239 share, when you multiply it by 13 naira that was given last year, you will get around 3,000 naira in dividend for the year. Not the highest yield, but the consistency and growth in payout makes BUA Food a reliable long-term option. Number 6 is Dangote Cement. Nigeria is a country that is still developing, and infrastructure is something we'll continue to need more of. Cement is in the heart of construction, and Dangote Cement is the giant of this sector. Their market share, their demand, and the ability to pay steady income makes me believe that they will still stay around for the next 2 decades. Now, let's see how much you could have made from last year if you invested in each of these stocks. Let's say you invested 50,000 naira in each of these stocks. Okay, last year Zenith Bank paid a total of 5 naira per share, and its share price at the start of the year, January, was about 45 naira 50 kobo. Today, Zenith Bank share is worth 68 naira. Okay, so if you invested 50,000 naira in Zenith Bank at 45 naira per share, you bought about let's say 1,098 shares. So that 50,000 naira that's 50,000 naira divided by 45 naira 50 kobo. So the dividend earned is when you multiply the 1,098 shares by 5 naira, you should get 5,490. Okay, the value of shares has increased, so you multiply it again by, that's 1,098 times 68. So the value has increased, so it has moved from 50,000 naira to 74,664 naira. So total today, your money will be what, if you reinvested the everything you reinvested the dividend, your money will be worth 80,000 naira. But whether it's companies that deals in foods or banking sector or even infrastructure, these kinds of products hardly go away anytime soon. Once you make sure that the industry is a great industry, the next thing you should definitely consider is to check out the management history and every other thing to make sure it's a solid company. So what I always say is, when you want to invest in stock or for a long time, don't just look at the dividend paying stocks, because some companies may be paying high dividends now and they may be struggling internally. So it's always good that you do your research and then check the fundamentals. Sometimes consistent 6 to 8% dividend is better than a company that is paying 15% dividend that it will not last. Also, let's not forget diversification. It's very important that you don't put your money in one company. No matter how I trust a particular company, I don't invest all my money in one company. That's why I spread it, so that even though the other one is losing or is not, at the end of the day, is not paying dividend, and the price is not appreciating, the other one should be able to cover it. Also, let me say this: you need to check your risk tolerance, if it's something you can handle, because investing in stock comes with a lot of risk. So you need to check and see if it's something you can handle, you can endure the ups and downs of the market. And you need to do your own research and see if these things can actually work for you. But those are personally the stock that I personally invest in and I believe that I trust for the next 20 years. So if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to hit the like button and then click the subscribe button, share with the next person that may need to see this. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.